You're listening to the Holistic Health Front podcast.
Whether you've already taken steps towards a healthier life,
or you're just starting to explore this path,
this podcast aims to help all of us live longer and more energized lives,
so we can all do the things we want and be the person we know we can be.
We bring in functional health experts, parents, professionals, and everyday people who want to make positive changes in their lives.
And we create powerful conversations about how to feel good in a fun, easy, and understandable way,
so you can live the most fulfilling life possible.
Enjoy today's discussion and let us hear your thoughts in our Powerful People Facebook group.
The information presented in this podcast is not meant to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent, or mitigate any disease.
If you have any questions about your health or the health of a loved one, please consult your healthcare practitioner.
Now let's begin.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Holistic Health Front podcast. We're so excited to have you here today. We have a very special guest, Dr. B, who we're going to introduce in just a moment here. But as always, we are the Holistic Health Front. We're a team of integrative nutrition health coaches and more, just loving humans who care about our society and making a difference in the world. And we are here to bring health and wellness to the forefront of our conversations because we believe what we talk about and what we think about on a regular basis tends to come true in life. So we're so excited to have you here. We're joined, as usual, right, with Stephanie. Hey, Stephanie.
How's it going, everybody?
And Shannon. Hey, Shannon.
Hello.
And Shannon was cool enough to get us connected with our very special guest today. And so we're super excited about the conversation about digestive enzymes that we're going to have today. Shannon, do you want to do a quick introduction to let us know who we're going to be talking with?
Yes, everybody, please meet Dr. Milton Bastidas. Dr. B and I worked together at Transformation Enzymes, where I got to learn a lot about digestion and its role in our overall wellness. So Dr. B was born in Colombia and is a graduate of Texas Chiropractic College with additional certification from Functional Medicine University. He is the founder of True Lifelong Wellness Center and has been in practice since '98 for the treatment of skeletal conditions, support injuries, and systemic disorders. Dr. Bastidas has also recently been named International Ambassador for the College of Integrated Medicine. Dr. B has a passion for soccer, which put him through college at Texas Lutheran University and is very sought after in the soccer community for rehabilitation and nutritional counseling. He is also an expert in the use of laboratory analysis and enzyme nutrition as a part of functional and natural approach to well-being. Is a lead researcher in Transformation Enzyme Corporation's research and development team. Dr. Bastidas has co-directed 2 clinical studies showing the benefits of enzyme supplementation on systemic inflammation and gastrointestinal dysfunction. Dr. B lives in Houston, Texas with his family. He is currently involved in developing specific treatment protocols depending on the biochemical individuality of the patients. His mission is to help patients achieve and maintain optimal health through a holistic and integrative approach. He strives to help his patients regain their health by educating them on how to obtain true lifelong wellness through natural means with the aid of nutrition and enzymes. Without any further ado, everybody, please say hello to Dr. B.
Yay. Hi, Dr. B. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you guys for having me on. It's great to be here. It's a pleasure to be here. And in any way I can help, I'm there.
Awesome.
Awesome. Thank you. So I would like to start right off the bat. Why should we use enzymes? What do they do for us?
Well, if you eat, you need enzymes. So that's pretty much everybody, right? The thing is that there is a huge connection between gut health and overall health, period. As well stated back thousands of years ago, disease begins in the gut. But not just disease begins in the gut, but health begins in the gut as well. Because your gastrointestinal lining is that gatekeeper between what is outside coming in and our internal environment. And one of the things that our body needs is to be able to digest our food properly. You've all heard of that phrase, you are what you eat. Well, not necessarily. You are what you eat and what you're able to absorb and also eliminate. Because you could eat, but if you're not digesting, you're not absorbing, and you're not eliminating, then you are toxic. And that toxicity, we like to call that at Transformation the ripple effect of disease. So at the core, you have gut function, gut health. And if at any moment that gut becomes dysfunctional, then there's an outer ring that has toxicity. So you get toxicity starts accumulating. And then once toxicity accumulates, there's an even larger outer ring that has inflammation. So gut dysfunction leads to toxicity. That toxicity leads to inflammation. And that inflammation then has a bigger circle around it that goes to all systems of the body and creates an imbalance. Imbalance where? Well, the imbalance is going to come in that system of your body that is most vulnerable, or that by genetic predisposition through hereditary conditions triggers that condition to turn on. So gut dysfunction leads to toxicity. Toxicity leads to inflammation. Inflammation leads to imbalance. Imbalance where? It can be in your musculoskeletal system. It can be in your endocrine system. It can be in your skin. It can be, liver, kidney, any organ that, because of your lifestyle and because of your genes, is more vulnerable. And it could be one system, two systems, or all systems of the body. I've never had a patient come into my office saying, I feel this way, and it just started yesterday. Every patient that walks through my door has had these things turn on, and they've been affected with XY condition for years, decades, maybe even all their life. So the question is, when was the last time you felt well? And usually, patients say, well, it was when I was a child, or when I was a teenager, or, before I had my children, and everything started going downhill. So these things are things that start getting worse and worse and worse, but they all have this trigger. They all have this beginning in the gut. And again, if you're not digesting properly, you're not going to absorb properly, and you're not going to eliminate properly. And that's where enzymes come in. Enzymes not only help us digest our food, but enzymes, when taken on an empty stomach, proteolytic enzymes, proteases, which are enzymes that digest proteins, when you take these proteolytic enzymes on an empty stomach, they're absorbed intact into our circulation, and your immune system recognizes it as an aid, as a nutrient, as something that it can use to combat inflammation, systemic inflammation. And, the one common denominator of any condition that walks through my door is inflammation. No matter if you call it metabolic disorder, cardiovascular health, rheumatoid arthritis, cancer, they all have a common denominator, and that is inflammation. And proteolytic enzymes, when taken on an empty stomach, have anti-inflammatory properties. So that's why I recommend enzymes.
This episode is brought to you by oxygen and carbon dioxide. Breathe deep, breathe slow. Are you tired of nagging headaches, body pains, and feeling like you've been steamrolled by 2 p.m.?
Ugh.
Want to feel more alive with a clearer mind, voice, and skin?
Yep.
And not to mention getting rid of that pesky BO when the deodorant starts to wear off?
Ew.
Introducing to you today, water. Did you know that 75% of American adults are chronically dehydrated? And did you know that majority of people who are dehydrated think that they actually are hydrated? That means most people are not drinking enough water. But if they did, and they realized how much of a massive difference it makes in how they feel to be hydrated, they would realize that water can change their life. So drink more water. Aim for 96 fluid ounces per day minimum for adults. Side effects include peeing more often the first couple of weeks, but don't worry, it will slow down soon. I know I should really drink less caffeine. I just wish there was some way of getting energy in the morning without a coffee. The sun! Wait a minute. I feel good. Especially when I close my eyes and stare at the sun through my eyelids. Wow, this is great! I think I'm ready to crush this day now. Thanks, sun! The sun. Use it for free, with care. Hey y'all, hope you've enjoyed these goofy little commercials. The information is all accurate and valid, so please use the tips we shared. Even though we're having fun and being silly recording them, they're still 100% meant to support you and entertain you. We'll be getting back to the show in just a minute, but first, I want to really encourage you to join our free community on Facebook. It's called the Powerful People Community, and it's a place where you can interact with other listeners of the show, including me, our other coaches and co-hosts and everybody. And it's a place where you can ask questions publicly or anonymously. You can request episode topics, you can share your story, and celebrate with a group of really amazing people who will also be celebrating you. So we really hope to see you in the community. We think we're building something really special because we believe when you bring together a group of powerful people, there's just so many great things we can do in this world, more than we could do on our own. So we're building a special community and we hope to talk to you there soon. Now, let's get back to the show.
Question, Dr. B.
Yes,
The